Hey all, hope everybody's doing good today. Still got a few minutes here. Just figure I'd start it up. That way people coming in know it's starting. I'm just looking at numbers and things like that. Okay. $27,000 and the 50 cents. I don't. Well, 27,000. The level 1 might have in the 50 cent matrix. Might have. No, I don't think so. It'll be pretty close though. Should be completing level 1 pretty soon. Can everybody hear me okay? Cool. Let's see. All right, before we go through the numbers, since we still got a minute or so here for some people to join, I don't see her on yet, but I'm going to tell Lenny Druitt happy birthday. No, I don't announce birthdays every week, but if it pops up on my Facebook right before a live, then yeah, I'll say it. So let's see. We're probably pretty good to go ahead and start on some numbers. So I already pulled the numbers and wrote them down. The 50 cent matrix grew about 10,400 positions over a week. We went from 99,071 to 109,565. The 5 fast didn't grow as much as the week before. This time we went from 4,119 to 4,556. That's still 440 or so. So you got to figure approximately, what? Let me see here. Approximately in the past week here, at least 6 people cycled completely out of the 5 fast from those 440. So 6 to 7 people, somewhere right in there. Let's see, the 5 mid grew from 1,459 to 1,557. So almost, we're just 2 positions shy of 100 positions in the week, which isn't bad. I mean, we expect the mids, the bigs, the huge to grow a lot slower than the fast ones, just because well, they take longer, so people don't buy them as often. 20 fast grew from 758 to 786, so it grew just shy of 30 positions in the week. Let me see here. So Fast 5 it's 4,556 this week. So it grew just over 438, 7, somewhere around there. Let's see, I just said the 20 fast, 758 to 786. The 15 big went from 568 to 595. So it grew 27. The 60 fast grew from 152 to 157. Let's see, so it only grew 5, but one person did completely cycle out of that one this week. I did notice that, and it wasn't an admin. Let's see, in the 50 big, the 126 was last week, 131 this week, so it grew 5. The 150 fast, 67 last week, 68 this week, so it only grew 1. I would assume that's the re-entry from the 60 fast that cycled out. The 200 huge grew from 63 to 64, and that is the re-entry from the 60 fast that cycled out. So we are slowing down a little bit. I'm happy to tell you we have things in the works right now, officially in the works, that are going to speed things up. We are going to be bringing in a new matrix, a new board. It's going to be a separate site. It's going to be very similar. But everything's gonna be tied together to where I think people will love it. We have some members that have asked me a lot of times, they would like a team build system because they have large teams, things like that. And I wanted to try to figure a way to accommodate the people that have big teams that want to do that, because for them, a company forest is rather it's too slow. They don't have the patience for it because they do have large teams, and when their team gets spread out across the board, the team's not helping them any, or very little of the team is helping them because it's helping everybody. So what I figured out, a way to accommodate everybody and help them and allow them to help all of us that don't have the huge teams, I am going to build the team build matrix. It's going to consist of 5 boards. Okay, it's going to have its own site. It's going to be separate from this one. So, don't add a bunch of money to your accounts getting ready for it, because yeah, I know, Jeff, but that one was built wrong. That's why it was that way. And but the new one, it's going to be built. It's going to be 5 boards. It is going to be all 5 boards are going to be a 3x2, 3 wide, only 2 levels deep. So you bring in 3. Those 3 team members bring in 3. So that's 3 people on the first level, 9 on the second. You're done. So 12 people total under you on your team, and you're done. The other great thing, about a team build is you could literally make a ton of more money, more than the people above you, because if their team is not building, if they're not building their team downline, technically you can build yours, and if your team is filling out, you can make, that's one of the great things about team build is it does allow you to control your income. Um, so, but I've also figured a way to accommodate everybody as far as, if you don't have a large team, if you want to participate in those new 5 boards, you just use the admin as your sponsor. The admin's team is the whole matrix. So if you use the admin as the team, really you're getting placed company first. And that's pretty much how all systems work. If you can use the admin as your team, sign up under the admin, you're getting company force position. So it accommodates everybody in that aspect. The other thing that it's going to do is, for instance, there are, I still wanted to keep the ability to, if you start your team, you buy into it. The first matrix is going to be, a $7 matrix. There's not going to be a free buy-in. There's not going to be a PIF. It's going, if you want to PIF in a person, that's on you. But the first matrix is a $7 matrix. So for $7, you bring in 3 people. Those 3 people bring in their 3 people. Or if you have a huge team, you've just signed up everyone under you and it just filled your team. It's like company force, but you're the leader of it in a team force. They sign up under your link and it fills underneath you. But when you cycle out, okay, on every board, like the first board is a $7 board. When you cycle out, there is a $7 donation made. Okay, that donation goes to infinite funds. Okay, with that donation, we give away positions in the original 9 matrices. That's all that money is for. So what this does is that tells everybody, when you were, if you're a team build person and you have a huge team that you have not brought in because they're not into company forced, they're going to want to join, because once they get into this, they could get free positions from those donation money if they're in the original 9. Because the original 9, we're going to take the members list, and everybody has a number in the order you join, 1 through, I think right now it's, I don't know, 22,000, 23,000, I don't know, somewhere in there. I may look. Let's see. So we will go to random.org, well, almost 22,000. We'll go to random.org and we'll put the number, numbers 1 to, 21,296 or whatever it is. And we'll let it randomly choose. And that's how that donation money will be used. We will give positions away. We're also on the current site with the existing 9 matrices. I'm adding a feature, instead of giving away prize money, like you've seen in the Facebook group, we're giving away, $5 for people to buy a 5 fast. Now that, it's great as long as people are buying that, because it helps the system grow. Now, if we give away, like the one time on the live that gave away 100 positions or 100 people $5. What it's going to do is, when we gave all that money out, we don't know for sure that all 100 people bought a $5 fast. So they could have put it in the wallet, they could have withdrawn it, because it could have put them above their $15 mark to withdraw. So the great thing is I'm adding a feature. So from the admin panel, Lynn and I can both go in, and if we have, let's say we have $2,000 in donation money to give away, and we want to give it away in 5 fast positions. We will draw, the amount of names it takes to fill $2,000 worth of donation money. We will draw those numbers, and we will go in and put them in the system as actual positions. We will buy their positions for them with their prize money. Unless if we're giving away cash, that's different. But if we're giving away positions, we will no longer transfer the money and hope that you buy the positions. We will buy the positions, and we will put them in the user's name. So that feature will be added in the next 5 days or so, which will greatly help, because we don't know for sure. When we give away this prize money, we're giving it away because we want to help the system keep growing. We want to keep things moving. But if we can't guarantee people are buying positions, it's not doing anything. The money may just be sitting out there, and we hope to make the 5 fast grow a whole bunch, but then the bot spent it all on 50-cent positions. I don't know, or the person withdrew it. So we're adding that because that way we can guarantee if we're giving away positions, we're giving away positions, not transferring money. The new matrix will not slow down IF, because it is still going to be part of IF. What it's going to do is it's going to give people that are in team builds a new way to earn, something that they can have a little more control over. I'll answer that in just a second, Jonathan. Because they can control their team in a team build. They control their income. It's not dependent on, company force and how fast the company, infinite funds can keep it moving. Now, in a team force, they have to keep it moving. The team has to work it. So you can jump in on a team, but by using admin as your sponsor, and it just places you in company force, theory. So it could drop you in the middle of a team that's building. It could drop you in a team that needs a little help. So it's just one of those things where, you jump in to help the system grow. The donation money that comes from it, for instance, like I said, the first board is a $7 board. It has, when it gets paid out, it also has a $7 donation, which we take that $7 and, the first week that the system's running, there may be, it only takes 12 people on a team to pay out. So there may be 100 payouts. There may be $700 to give away, which means that $700, we go in and draw names in the original 9 matrices. That's why anybody that comes into the team build platform, they're going to want to go sign up for IF just because they could win free positions. Get them piffed in. It's only 50 cents to piff them in, 99 cents if you piff them off the piff list, because they can earn free positions there. Even if that's not, company force is not their thing, if they like team force, they can work the team force side, join infinite funds, which helps all of us because it adds a position to the system, and they have the chance to win free positions. Jonathan, as far as giving a step away, how does it keep the system growing? Well, for instance, last week, not this week's, but last week, the $5 fast grew. The $5 fast grew 600 positions the week prior to this one. Okay, 600 positions, which made approximately, I don't know, 9, I'm just rounding here in my head, 9 to 11 people cycle out of the 5 fast, which made them $200. Okay. You got to figure 100 of those positions were money that I gave away. I gave $5 to 100 people. Like I said before, you can ask, how does giving away help the system? Well, if I don't give it away, that means I keep it all. Do I really feel like I should make hundreds of thousands of dollars while you all sit here and be patient for the system to get to you to make you $10 and $20 or $40 and slowly build up. No, I'm in the platform just like everybody else. Yeah, I'm higher up, so it does get, mine have filled faster, but I'm at the point now where, like in the 50 cent matrix, I'm at a high enough level in it, which is only like level 7 or something like that. But literally now it takes me 3-4 weeks to see payout from my highest ranked position. Now all the re-entries and all the other 50 cent matrixes positions I bought, they're making their little 50 cent, level 1 payouts. For instance, let me see something here. I have a subscription in all 4 of the subscription packages. So I get 17 50 cent positions per day just off the subscription. Do I really need him per day? No, it's probably a waste of money, but I've made that money and I put it back into the system to help everybody else out, to keep it. Well, we have marketing money. We have an IF account in the matrix just for marketing money. The difference is I can spend $100 on marketing. Okay, I could spend $100, maybe sign up 20 people. Out of those 20 will get piffed in. That's 20 50 cent positions. Out of those 20, maybe 10 will buy a $5 fast. Or I can give $100 away and we have $25 fast come in, guaranteed. You got to kind of weigh out the odds where it wasn't my $5 or $20 fast doors. It was just a second. I'll look at it. I was looking up something real quick. For instance, like with my subscriptions that I have on my starter matrix, I have 514 50 cent positions. The new matrix, I haven't got a guarantee yet. I've been talking to the programmer that's building it. I would think we're 2 to 3 weeks out, tops, maybe faster. I don't know how fast he'll do it. It's the same guy that built our pre-launch platform, so it does work. Since we're not doing PIF free entry, it won't have that dumb code system we didn't like. That was the only thing that really was wrong with that platform, was that those codes were annoying. So he's building that, and I should hear from him today to find out exacts. Let me see. To answer your question, Doris. Hello. And that's when it comes to like the marketing stuff. We've ran a couple of tests. I've ran a couple of different marketing ads and things like that. And one, I spent $220 on a Google ad. I believe we got 47 signups from it, and all 47 have not logged in since. So yeah, we'll get people. But what does 47 50 cent positions do us for $225? Um, yeah, I'll be making one, Peter. Because I had originally made one, but then I changed the matrix layout, so it's changing a little bit. So I'll be making that change. And once I get that done, then yes. I agree, Lewis. It's online advertising is just hard anymore. It's there's too much. Um, People look at a lot of it as a scam anymore because there's just so many out there. There's so many scams out there. Let's see. Actually, the one the $20 fast that I had originally said last week was in the middle of filling. I believe filled. I'm checking. Do you remember what position number I said it was? I'm thinking it was either number 11 or 12. Let me check the other one here. What it's going to be is all the as we build new matrices. We're not the new one that we're getting ready to build is the team first. It's going to be a 3-2, 3 wide, 2 deep, and then eventually we will add boards to it that are 2 wide, 2 deep. So it will speed up. And the 2 wide 2 deeps will feed into the 3 wide 2 deeps. The 3 wide 2 deeps will feed into the original 9. There will always be donation money worked into the system to where they are constantly. The ultimate goal is the big money is in the original 9. That's where we want to eventually push everybody to. We want everybody to get paid out in those. We want to accommodate and help people earn pretty much like a residual income, weekly or every 2 weeks, whatever, off these smaller matrices. That way they can control how fast from team builds, things like that. From even like company force, we will start a company force that's a 2x2, so it'd be a quick pay. Things like that. We want to bring in those fast ones now. We've got the big one running. We all know it takes patience. It takes a while because it is wide, and for wide, that's one thing that happens with it. But we got this system up running first because we needed to build our base. Now we are going to build onto it and let everything fall together. Let's see, number 12. See, I was looking at number 11. So number 12 is approximately that one's got theirs. Gosh dang it. Number 12. Oh, trying to find where it's at right now. Let's check this one. Okay, that one's already good. 12's got to be real close. Let's see. The number 12 position is, let me go back one step and verify it before I say it, because it's real close. Number 12. It takes a minute to check on the 20 fast because it's 4 levels deep and the board view only shows 3. So I have to go to the 3rd level and click on the people from the back end and come back forward and figure out who's got their first level, which would be the 4th. Okay. Number 12 in the 20 fast needs 420 fast, and they cycle. 4. Matter of fact, I may just go in and buy those and make them cycle. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, I can kind of give you an idea. It's a lot easier to find out on the fast, all the fast matrices where the cycle is at right now. Okay. Oops, I'm at the wrong screen. Right here. Okay. So number 12 is getting ready to cycle on the 20 fast. The 50-cent matrix is I can't tell that one. Get back up here. 5 fast matrix. Next one to cycle will be go to page 4, I believe. Oh, level 3. See, it's 4 deep, so level 3. I don't know. I have to check in a second. Let me get back to the 20 fast in a second. The 5 fast, the next one to cycle is going to be position 71. So, like we said, it does take patience, does take time. Yeah, we're going to continue 5 Fast Friday, at least until the new matrix comes out, because once that comes out, we are going to maybe switch up, like a 5 mid Friday. We'll start switching things up because we'll have donations come up from that too. So it's going to help some things. We may even do like a 20 fast Friday where that's all we give away is $20 positions, or a 60 fast if we have a lot of donations coming in, if that new platform is built quickly, as far as putting in a lot of donation money, maybe we'll do a 60 fast Friday and give away a bunch of 60 fast positions. That's the great thing about the new platform and the donation money I've built into it, is because, and it's not giving away a ton. For instance, like first board, like I said, it's a $7 board. It gives a $7 donation upon payout. Second board, the price it costs is the donation it gives out. So each one, and you don't have, each board does lead into the next board, so you don't have to buy. But I did keep the theory of, so a team build, somebody brings you in, to a team build and you're underneath them. But let's say, you want to jump ahead of them. You know your team leader has a huge team, bigger than yours. You still have the option to buy into the bigger matrix. And if they didn't, you jumped over them. Um, Now, when they come into it or buy into it, they could be underneath you, which means their whole team's coming in underneath you. But that's only one leg of yours. So when you do that, you have to build your other legs. Um, Great thing about being right underneath a good team leader is because he's bringing everybody on his link, which is filling all your legs, because it fills everything below him. So, but you will have the ability to still skip around to buy into other positions. They'll range anywhere from $7 to $300. Do I think a lot of people's gonna buy in $300 on the first day? Probably not. That's a pretty big matrix, and not knowing, unless you know you got 12 people that you can sell $300 position to, I mean, then maybe it'd be worth it. But other than that, I don't know too many people that are gonna wait for 12 people to jump in on that. Especially being if they would have it's a team build. So but the let's see, the 20 fast, we said the 71 was the next position to cycle on the 5 fast. And when I say cycle, I mean completely out, finishing the last level. 20 fast, we just said position 12 is going to be the next one to cycle out. But let me answer your other question, Doris, about position 29 while we're in here. Okay, position 29 completed level 3. So where that's at right now, I'm not sure. I don't know how, if position 30 is completed level 3. Takes too long to go through them all individually like that. But that one did complete, so level 3. So it's got another level to go still. Let's see, 60 fast. 60 fast, the next one to completely cycle out, like finish the matrix, is going to be position, I think it's 8. Those, now we're getting into the lower numbers that we don't have as many of. So position 8, 150 fast. I don't think anybody's cycled yet. Oh, maybe the admin has. I don't know. I'm waiting for it to load. Nope, admin has not either. So let me see how close it is. See, in the admin money, that's the money we a lot of times use as giveaway money. Because like I said, there's no reason in me keeping it. I'm just not that person. I'm not greedy. Let's see, it still needs 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And then it will cycle. So let me go back to the 200 fast, or we don't have 200 fast. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. 150 fast, obviously it's taken a while, but hopefully when we get these new ones coming in, we get the donations rolling in, they are going to speed those up, because obviously like in the team build, if they get into the $300 matrix, obviously it's got a $300 donation amount because it's a $300 board. So the donation matches the board. As those come out, obviously we are going to give positions away with whatever money we can afford. And we want to build things up. Now, the other thing I am going to do is we are turning things around with the new matrices. The team build. Uh, you know, get with your teams, get with your, you know, upline, get with your downlines, you know, let them know you're going to be jumping into the team build, you know, get your teams ready, because I am going to be, and I want to invite people backwards from people that have not earned anything. You know, people that have not earned anything in infinite funds yet, or, you know, still being patient. They just haven't, you know, hit that point yet. I want to invite them first. Literally, the admins are not joining. We're joining, but we're joining after everybody. So there will be nobody above the members, except for obviously the admin, the actual company account, because it is the point. Something has to control the system. So, but me, the rest of the, you know, admin team, we won't be at the top. We won't be above our members on the new matrices. So the reason we're doing that is we're going to flip the system upside down to where I am going to invite people that haven't, you know, from the back end, the last people to join the system. When it's ready, if we have 25,000 people, okay, I would let everybody know a day ahead of time, you know, watch your emails tomorrow starting at this time. And literally, I'm going to send an email out to our members list, 5,000 people at a time. I'm going to give them 1 hour. The next hour is the next 5,000. The next hour is the next. We're going to work up towards the admin team. So literally, everybody will have a chance that has not earned to get in first. And, you know, we're doing that because if you think about it, if you got in early, if your position numbers, even if you're still being patient, if you haven't been paid out a lot yet, but your position numbers are low in the original 9 matrices, you're in a position where that donation money is actually going to help you. So do we, you know, think that you really need to be at the top of the new matrices and make all the money there too? No. And that's why I am switching it this way, because we don't believe that the admin team, we know we're at the top of the original 9 matrices. We don't believe we should be the people to make all the money. So flipping it like that allows the members to make money in, you know, a different direction, coming, you know, with us being last. So and that's the theory with that. And we'll do the same thing on every system we do. Yeah, it's a 3x2, 3 wide, 2 deep. And the reason for that is because it's the best dollar amount for the amount of people. Yeah, if we did a 2x2, you know, a 2x3 actually takes more people. A 2x2, yeah, only takes like 6, but the dollar amount is cut bad. So 3 wide, 2 deep pays better and still has a low amount of people. It works best. And that's why we're going that route. And that's why I'm only doing 5 boards. I don't want a 10 board system that's literally going to take millions of people to complete. Like if everybody only bought into the $7 board and didn't skip and buy into other positions and just let the system upgrade them into the next platform, the first board does have a re-entry into itself and a re-entry into the second board. Second board has a re-entry into the third board, not into itself, because obviously there's another one coming, because the first one re-entered into itself and then it will upgrade, you know. So every time one upgrades, there's another one coming behind it that's already working its way up. So there's no reason to keep re-entering into the same board with this platform or with this new one, because they will be coming in. You'll be in all the boards all the time anyway. But so each one of them re-enters into the next board. and the that allows us to also to keep more money in the payout instead of having to re-enter into that for no reason when there's more re-entries already coming. Um, so but if everybody only entered the $7 board and only entered one position, it would take literally 59,000 people in the last level, about 70,000 total, to get cycle out of all 5 boards, the 5th board. Now, the great thing is since you can skip around, you can skip forward, there's going to be positions that are filling. It's going to be a lot faster. A good team build that already has a plan could jump up into like the 3rd board for $40. And they could fill that one 12 people to it. They're building from right there, and they could just, they can join the system on the $7 board, but then they can skip board 2 and just go to board 3. The unlimited positions, you're allowed as many as you want, but you will only be able to buy 1 per day. So, and I did that because, it gives a little more opportunity, especially since we're inviting from the back end. It gives opportunity to all the people that have not made money to find a way into the system, a position that may make them some money. Our biggest thing is we want people to get paid. Let's see. Yes, Jonathan, what's your strategy question? Or did I answer it and all that? And while he's typing me his question, the reason I did only 1 position per day is, there's only 5 boards, and I don't want to allow 3-5 positions per day, and the same people are at the front of every single board. We raised the amount to 8 per day allowed on the original 9 matrices because we were going to add systems into that thing. We decided that the donation platform was better. It's giving back to people. The great thing about it is it literally turns this into a people helping people. You have no control over who you're helping, anybody. So, and we have no control. We're not, we will do some of the random orgs, live. That way people can see us drawing the numbers. So things like that. That's what we're trying to make sure we stay focused and we keep the team, everybody focused. The admin team's focused on it. We want to keep the members focused on the fact that the goal of this platform is to help people, while you're helping yourself. But, we want to help people overall. So, other than that, I'm waiting to see if Jonathan asked his question or not. As Donna stated in the Facebook group, she made a post. She's giving away 7 $5 fast positions with her own money. I believe that means that 2 of those people will be people that do not have one already. So that means 5 other people that already have positions could win still. Hopefully in the next couple of days, Doris. I just got to build it in PowerPoint. I like the picture view of it. I've got it built on paper. Matter of fact, I've got it sitting right in front of me. But I like the picture version of it, so I might get that done, here hopefully today. But I'll have it finalized and everything ready hopefully in the next 2 days or so. And then it'll be on. I'll probably upload it first to the infinitefunds.com site. which I will type in here again for everybody. I think I do this every live now. Oops. So there's the, oops. Okay. Sorry. But there's the link to the page I put all the updates on. There is a page in there that says how it works, or a link in the menu that says how it works. And the in that link, it also has the how it works video, which I also want to let everybody know I'm going to be making a new one. I'm probably going to pull that video out in the next couple of days, and I'm going to put a link for a scheduled Zoom meeting in there. If anybody wants to join, I'm going to redo the whole video because in that video, the 200 huge is the wrong pay plan. We updated that at the very beginning, if you remember. And the gallery shows the correct picture of the 200 huge, but in the video, it talks about the wrong 200 huge, and it states that right above the video. But I'm going to make a brand new video, and we're going to talk about upcoming matrices in the video and things like that. So it kind of explains how the whole system works, not just the original 9 matrices. So yeah, I'll be taking that video out, and I'll be putting, a link invite to the Zoom meeting. So keep an eye on that. And especially if you want to be on that one, that way maybe you could, even ask questions during that, live Zoom meeting. So, everything's covered in that. We all know I have, things that I forget about in meetings, and I think about them afterwards. I try to make notes the best I can to go over things. Oh, you meant the people that don't have? You said 2. Okay, so Donna is hoping she finds 7 people that don't have a $5 fast. Yeah, Rain, I'll look at it. Let me... Okay. So yeah, I'll have the pay plan hopefully in the next couple of days. I'll add it to the gallery on that site, on the .com website. It will also be talked about in the Zoom meeting. I will post in the Facebook group once I have it complete and the picture perfect. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to go over. We do have plans for multiple different things coming up that is going to keep speeding the system up. And like I said, everything we do, we're going to keep mixing up the order of how we invite people to them. As of right now, I don't have any plans for the admins or myself to be invited to any future matrices before the members. So I'm reading your question over and over, Jonathan. I'm trying to understand what you're asking. The only problem with doing that, Jonathan, is now you're talking about, it takes 4 people for you to complete level 1 in the original 9, okay? And I understand what you're asking. It's a good theory, but, okay, let's say you came in at level, if the admin's at level 8, which means if you just came in, you're at level 1. Okay, so you need 4 people to complete your level 1. Okay, problem is on your level 1, 8 levels below the admin, there's about 128,000 positions or 100,000 positions on that level. Okay, so you get your 4, the next position gets its 4, the next position gets its 4. It has to work its all the way through before it comes back and starts on the 16 on your second level. Okay, now the person that is 3 or 4 spots after you, they have to be patient and wait for you to fill your 4, the next guy to fill his 4, the next guy to fill his 4, for it to get to him. And obviously, like in the Facebook group, things like that, we keep telling people, when they are trying to figure things out, we tell them, just be patient, it's coming. And some people aren't that patient. Now imagine how impatient you will be when you're 10th in line and you have to wait for 60,000 positions to get filled instead of 20. I'm just throwing numbers out as far as to fill a complete like the 5 fast. Okay, takes 4, 16, 64. So it takes 84 people for you to fill out. Now, if you are 5th in line, and we did it that way, instead of being patient waiting for 4, 4, 4, 4, now you're 4, you complete level 1. Then 16, 16, 16, 16, now you're 16, complete level 2. 64, 64, 64, 64, you're 64, complete level 3. Done. Now, how would you like to be 5th in line and us complete 84, 84, 84, 84, now you're 84. The time is the same. Difference is you see nothing happening for that whole amount of time. At least this periodically you see the level 1 complete, then the level 2 complete. The time gets a little longer each time because the amount of people has to be greater. But that means as the amount of people you're waiting on gets greater, there's other people that are seeing the level 1, the level 2. The more people you see saying, their level 1, level 5 fast just completed, the level 2, 5 fast. If you're waiting on level 3, you want to see people saying, my level 1 completed today. We should have a bunch of those happening every day. It takes 4 people to complete level 1. So if you see 30 people saying it, that should make you feel good. It's heading your way. Problem is we don't have anywhere near the amount of people in our Facebook group as we have in the company. So, so we don't see a lot of those. But yeah, that's the, why you can't do it that way. I totally understand your point. You just can't fill them the whole matrix one at a time because of that. And then, at some point you could fill those, but then at some point it still has to go back through and fill individually. But well, and that's Jonathan, you could in a team forest. You just can't do that in a company forest. You can't control where they're going to land. Company forest gives them the next open position in the matrix. And that's how company forest works. Um, if we made it team forest, you can control where everybody goes. Everybody that signs up from your link it's at your disposal to put them where you want them. And that's why we're going to build some team forest and things like that. So yeah, I mean, we got some team forest coming up. We have some, another company forest coming up that'll be later. We also are going to work on. We got a couple other things that I don't want to give away yet, but that we're going to be building that we believe everybody will like. I know some of the guys with big teams and that are other companies that like to advertise things. I think they'll really like it. So other than that, I think we're pretty much done. We're nearing the 1 hour mark, and numbers grew a little less than the prior week, but that's to be expected. It gets a little slower, and that's why we're bringing in new matrices to help speed it back up. So I think we grew. Let's see. Didn't realize I had this written down here. Last week live, we had 20,991 members. And what I say we had this week, 21,000. 21,315. So really, we didn't grow that many members either. We grew like less than 400 in members. So we really need to push looking for new active members, which I think the team build is going to help, because there are a lot of people out there that are in systems that have built rather large teams. Matter of fact, I know we got a couple of people in Infinite Funds that are not happy with the company forest, because it does take a while, because they have large teams. And I think this is going to make them extremely happy. They're going to be able to build their team. They're going to be able to make the money they want to make, they intend to make, and it's going to help everybody else. It's going to help their own positions that are in the original 9. It's going to help everybody else in the original 9. Yes, Jeff. That the best way to keep them on your team is if you have an actual team build. Whoever buys in first should use the admin. It's going to put you in the next open position underneath the admin. So then from that point, you want their affiliate link, because if the next person uses admin, it may not land them under them. It may go in the next open spot beside them. So to keep your team together, you want that person's affiliate link. That way you all stay below him or her. But yeah, the first person in would obviously want to use admin. After that, use that person's affiliate link and build the team. I did not build referral bonuses into it, mostly because I've been in some systems where it was a team build and one person kind of took control and said, okay, we're going to sign everybody up under this link. Well, it was their link and they got the referral bonus money for everybody, which kind of, to me, that screws the rest of the team. They tell you, okay, we're going to take everybody's affiliate link and we're going to build it evenly using each person. They just put it under the one person's affiliate link and they got tons. So, I didn't do that with that, because if you're going to use one person's affiliate link to build the team, it's still going to be an even income for the whole team as it builds. It is a follow me, except for the fact that you can skip over each other. Um, if they bought into a bigger matrix than what you're in. Like I said, you go on by one per day, and there's five. There's going to be five boards. So, you join on the $7, and then, let's say first day, you went ahead and bought into 18 just to be in it. If they jumped over that and bought into a fee, well, now they're in front. So, but I mean, that's also one of those things. They take a risk in doing that. There's pluses and minuses to everything as far as allowing them to do that. They gotta hope if they jump over, they can give their affiliate link and the team will follow them. Now, if they jump over and they piss off their team leader, the team leader is liable to use the admin if they buy in early. Otherwise, if the system promotes as it goes, it's going to keep them under each other as far as a follow me system. Now, the skipping, like buying ahead, that's going to be a separate position. That's going to get them out there just to be ahead in the system. But once they get out there, it's technically that position's not in the follow me system anymore. They skipped out of it, and the rest of them that bought it came in at your $7 one is going to stay in follow me. And technically, you could skip ahead and keep it in follow me as long as you kept your team behind you, kept them following you. Okay, let me figure out how to do this here. Aha. Okay. So, let's see if I can figure out how to. There we go. So I reported him to try to get him kicked out of here, or at least muted or something. All right, I will, James. Yes, Angus. You can be in any of them. Like the team build, system, you can be in that. You can be in it as a team build. You could use the admin as a thing and make it into your own company force. But the company force matrices that will come out with afterwards, that you can join anything you want. Every thing, you got to buy positions and all of them. The big thing that we're doing with these, we're building a fast build platform to create an income for people, but also the donation allowance that lets us put into the original 9 and give away positions, which help builds that system up and gets people moving. We believe it's going to create a major increase in the speed of the original 9 matrix that everybody's being patient on and we're waiting on. And that's what we want to do. So other than that, we will yeah, but there won't be a PIV list, so you'd have to be able to get, advertise your own affiliate link. I'm reading Jonathan's questions here. If you had 100,000 individual 3x2 matrices to fill, those 100,000 would have to PIV 12 times to help each other. Yes. Yes, but that would kind of be pointless. For instance, $7 matrix, okay? You bring 3 people in. If you PIF them in, not only did you pay your $7, you paid all 3 of their $7. That's $28, okay? Now, those 3 need 300 each of them. So, you paid $28 just for you and your 3, okay? Now, if they all pay for their 3, great. But if you pay for all their 3, that is 9 more people, okay? Times 7, that's another $63. 63 plus 28 is 71, okay? $71. You get an entry. The payout is an entry into an $18 matrix, so that's $18. It is a re-entry into the $7 matrix, so that's $25. There's a donation of $7, okay? So that's $32. And there is a payout of $31. Okay, there's $63. The payout of $31 after you spent $63. Okay, kind of pointless to PIF in everybody. You kind of defeat the whole purpose. What money are you making? You get paid out 31 for spending over 60. That people got to pay their own way in. In a 50-cent platform, pipping them in, it works when everybody's helping with it. But when you're pipping your own team and you're pipping the whole team, you're actually losing money. Yeah, and that's, Team Forest is preferred by people that have 700 people on a team. It's a godsend for them. When you don't have a team like that, and there's lots of them out there. You can advertise to people that are in MLM companies, CBD companies that are really big right now, that all these different companies, they've built teams already. And if they can bring them into something cheap, $7, they can make a little extra money. And with the ebooks that we give away, it's only going to help their business, because then they can learn how to market, how to email market their business. So there is a, as far as people that don't have huge teams, they may just want to jump into the Team Force and select the admin, buy into the $7. It helps the system. You also, if you get dropped into the middle of a well-building team, you may never have to worry about it. You just bring in who you can, and they're bringing in hundreds below you anyway. But we are going to have the company forced one too. So the it's all going to be, it's all going to work together, and that's our main goal, is to build it up, and keep inviting as we build each new matrix. We want to invite the people first that have not earned anything. We think that's the best way to go, because the more people we can keep earning, the bigger Infinite Funds. When people see this happening, Infinite Funds going to get real big real fast, because that other platforms don't do that. They may add a matrix, but the people at the top are still at the top. We're going to add a new matrix, and the people at the top are now going to be at the bottom. So the it's going to, it all benefits, and since it's all feeding back in the original line, the people that are at the bottom will now be at the top. They will earn first, but they will be donating money into the system that's going to help the people that are at the bottom of their matrix or at the top of the original 9. So everything's going to level out. It's going to help people from all different angles. And that's our goal, is to put it to where one platform's helping another platform. I've talked a lot about in the beginning about the ultimate crowdfunding platform would be for 5 or 6 different owners, different platforms, to come together and share their people. Because you may be at the top of one, at the bottom of another, in the middle of another. Every platform's helping each other then. People are earning all over the place. You earn a bunch in one, so you lose $20 in another. Things like that. And a lot of owners, they don't like doing that because they want their people to be their people. They want to keep themselves at the top of every matrix. And so we're just going to do it on our own. We're going to build multiple matrices, multiple systems, and we're going to mix up the order and let people earn, wherever they land. Put the people from the bottom to the top in a new one, people in the middle. Obviously, we'd still end up in the middle on the second one, but the third one, they will be at the top. We're just going to keep mixing it up like that. And that's all I'm going to end up doing, is pulling reports, seeing who's earned, and go from the bottom of the earning. So the least earned people would be the first people invited. And like you said, Jeff, the other great thing is, you do have to understand that not only is it going to hurt, not always is it going to hurt you if, we bring in the people from the bottom first. Because you also got to figure, we have a lot of people that haven't earned much, or we have a lot of people that actually have earned, that are from a church list, from, PIF list, things like that. If I give 1 hour to 5,000 people to log in and sign up for the new matrix, 5,000 people, what happens if 3,000 of that group is from that PIF list? That's 3,000 people that are not getting in. And if another 1,000 can't afford $7, it's another 1,000 that's not getting in ahead of you. And, the last 1,000, maybe only 500 are interested. You know what I mean? So the order is going to be able to mix on its own. But yeah, it's definitely going to be, it's definitely going to be an interesting move, and we're going to see with the first one how that works, bringing them in, from backwards. It may adjust with the second one. We're looking for the best way to do this, because the ultimate goal is to get as many people to earn as possible. So, the doors, I'll have, well, I can't guarantee they'll be open next week. We're looking, I really don't know. I should know today on a definite time, window. I know it started, so, he hasn't given me the definite finish time yet. I wouldn't think it's any more than 3 weeks or so. But we are, I'm hoping he can get it done in a week. That'd be great. I know he has the ability to, I just don't know if he has the time to. So, other than that, I think we're done. We're an hour and almost 20 minutes in. Anything else anybody needs, shoot me questions. If it's something that I need to discuss on live, let me know and I'll just make note of it. I may not respond. As I say every time, contact my admins if you have questions. I have a whole admin team. I've been, extremely swamped building pay plans, talking to programmers, doing a lot of things. There's been a lot of people I have not answered in Messenger. Um, even I think I even went a couple of days where I didn't answer my admin team much because I was so busy. I mean, I tried to check it, see if there's anything important they need from me. If they send me private messages, I try to get to them. Um, I just, I want you guys to have your answers quickly too. So definitely go to my admin team. That's the fastest response you're going to get. And other than that, um, everybody have a great day. Have a great weekend this coming weekend. And I'll have hopefully even more details for you next Wednesday. Watch the .com website. I will get stuff updated, and I will put up the link for the Zoom meeting I'm going to do to remake the video for the how Infinite Funds works. And would love to have people on there and asking some questions into how it works. That way, we make sure everybody joins from here on out. Understands the system. Maybe we can get all the questions answered in that video and make it a lot easier for new people. So everybody have a great day, and thank you, everybody. And we will talk to you later. Yes, they are, Ben.